Well, right this minute, considering that it's mid-March of 2020, sort of the whole world is upside down with the coronavirus pandemic. And what we are most worried about is the health and safety and survival of our families. And based on all of the advice and learnings from other countries, we're not providing direct face-to-face service right now. We're maintaining a lot of contact with families, but we worry a lot that people will die of starvation as much as they might have a risk of dying of the coronavirus, frankly, because Siem Reap in particular is a very tourist-based economy. Yeah. Already many families have lost jobs, lost income. So I think that in this exact moment, what we're focusing on is education, hygiene supplies, and food support for emergency situations with families. All of those things cost money. Yeah. Some of them cost more money than they did a few weeks ago, as the price of masks and hand sanitizer and other things has gone up 500% in Siem Reap. We used to pay $4 or $5 for a box of masks, and we're now paying $22. Supply and demand, as usual. Okay. We worry that the price of rice could increase, and that is everyone's basic staple food in Cambodia. So we have purchased 1,000 kilograms of rice to keep on hand so that if necessary for families who need it, we can make sure that they have access to basic food. So for right now, that's what we're looking at, is this is more of an emergency response period of time. In general, though, when things get back to normal, as I'm sure someday they will.
I hope so.
Yes. I wish we knew when that would be, but in the meantime, money is always useful. You know, we invest a lot in our staff, in paying the staff, in training the staff, so that they're the ones who are making all the difference for these children's lives by teaching families how they can take care of their children. So being able to adequately pay our staff, to retain our staff, because once we've invested so much in their knowledge and skills, we'd like to keep them around for a while. We'd like to give them reasonable benefits so that they're not stressed by their own financial difficulties when they come to work. So we believe in investing in staff because there is no program without them. They're the ones who do the work. So financial support is always appreciated. Yes. And, you know, $1 or €1 goes a long way in Cambodia, except if you're buying masks. It doesn't go as far as it used to. But also volunteers, people who have, you know, a specialty in health and rehabilitation of young children who are interested in discussing the possibility of volunteering. I'm always happy to talk to people.
Do toothbrush can help you right now?
Yes. So toothbrushes, any hygiene supplies. Oh,
there you go.
Thank you very much.
So that comes
excellent. Thank you.
There's 50 toothbrush in there.
And toothpaste.
And toothpaste, yeah. That comes from the residence where I'm staying right now in the city.
That's great.
Encore CBD Inn. So they gave, I asked them gently and they gave them to me yesterday. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, practical things like this. There are always things that some things we can get in Siem Reap, but are also easy for people to donate if they like. So we are lucky in that we have donors who do provide things like sometimes toothbrushes. There's a wonderful NGO actually in Siem Reap called the Eco Soap Bank, and we get free soap from them, which is wonderful. Okay. People from abroad sometimes will send toothbrushes, vitamins, paracetamol, toys, office supplies. On our website, there's usually, I believe we usually have a link to an Amazon wish list.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which just is always a very mixed bag of things that we know would be really useful to have, either things that the staff need to do their jobs or things we can provide to families. We're always happy if people would like to purchase something rather than sending money. I totally understand.
So for people who are watching this video, they can also donate online. Yes. I saw that there's different type of donations, so you can give a general donation. You can also become like a member and be part of a monthly donation.
Yes.
So
monthly donors are incredibly helpful to
Yeah.
us. All donations are incredibly
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah, but I guess
But
it's
monthly
such-
donors, in terms of our general security and
Right.
safety financially,
Right.
it's really, really wonderful when people sign up for, $10 or $20, $25 a month, whatever it
Yes,
may be,
yeah.
because that helps us plan financially when we feel like, okay, we know we have this money that will be coming in, and then, an amount of money that might be small to someone somewhere else, that they might not miss that money every month, can make a genuine difference here, particularly when it's coming on a regular basis. So yeah, monthly donors are a
Okay.
big part of what keeps us running.
So I will put the link on the video to the donation page, and everybody can see all the different possibilities they have to support you here. On my part, I have raised 620 euros.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That comes from my friends, family, and colleagues, and on behalf of them, I just want to thank you for what you're doing here, because it's like we said when we met earlier. I was very moved by what you are doing here, because we talked about what it is to be a child here in this country, and being a child with disability, it's even worse. So you are doing an amazing mission, and people like you, deserve to be talked about, and to be put in the video, and to be encouraged, because you are doing such an amazing and great work. So on behalf of them, from my friends, family, and colleagues, so we have raised this money. I'm sure you will make a good use of it, because like you said, you have so many troubles right now with this virus. So if it can help and support families, or even your staff member, to go through this tough period, that's very good. So I thank them also, because they were very supporting those very last days, when I tried to tell them what you are doing here, and to encourage them to donate, because they have also to face this story of the virus. Everyone is worldwide, but I wanted them to also get their attention to what's going on here in this country. So again, thank you very much for what you're doing here. And
well, I just want to say thank you to you and your friends and family and everyone who has donated, which is incredibly generous, particularly when people are also dealing with their own crisis at home. So thank you all very, very much. And I'd also like to say that I'm really sorry that the entire staff isn't here behind me, because really they're the ones that deserve to be recognized and thanked for what they're doing, because they're the ones who do the actual work.
Okay.
So on behalf of all of them, and on behalf of all of our children and families, thank you all very, very much.
You're more than welcome.
So normally on a Thursday morning, if this was not Corona season,
Yes.
there's actually a music and dance class that happens here
Okay.
2 times per month. We have these Zumba teachers who come and bring their big speakers, and usually there's about 10 children and families who will come, and it's wild and crazy, and they have a great time.
Okay.
Yeah, usually the playground looks more interesting than this, but we've obviously tried to clear it off a little bit.
So how much time they spend here for the Zumba session, for instance?
Well, the Zumba session lasts for an hour.
Okay.
After the Zumba session, there's always a snack. And then lots of families will end up staying for another hour or two, because, kids want to play in the sandbox. If several of the children who come, for example, have a wheelchair, and if their wheelchair needs some adjustment or they need some physiotherapy. So in this building, we have this small room, which is for the nurses to do, general
administration
exams or small
okay.
things, provide medicines, or do, meetings with families. So that works for that sort of purpose. This is our physiotherapy room. So in here, this is where a lot of exercise and activities happen. Here's an example. So we have wheelchairs like the one you see here in this corner.
Mm-hmm.
These come to us from Australia,
Okay.
from a big Rotary project called Wheelchairs for Kids.
And these are great wheelchairs for Cambodia because they're quite adjustable.
Right.
And they're really good in rural, bumpy
Yeah.
terrain. They're kind of all-terrain wheelchairs. And they provide a lot of support. That one doesn't have all the pieces on it, but a lot of kids who can't sit up straight or need, support to maintain their posture can get all the support they need from that.
Okay.
So we're very fortunate to have those. For kids who cannot sit without support, we can get these made locally by a local carpenter. So this seat provides a place to sit. This keeps the child from sliding out.
Yeah.
The tray then provides a place for the child, child can eat or draw or play, do whatever. Sometimes a child might need straps, so these holes give us a place to use straps. So these are something, $50 buys one of these.
50.
And 50.
Okay.
And the man who makes it, he warranties them for 10 years for us.
Okay.
So if they fall apart, which a couple have from the earlier versions he made when he was using a different kind of wood, they started to come apart. He's replaced them for us for free.
Okay.
So that's a really good $50 investment. That allows a kid, like I mentioned earlier, who spent his whole life lying on his back, who needs support to sit up. Sitting up makes a huge difference. I mean, it's health, because you can breathe more easily, you can digest more easily, you can eat more safely.
Yeah.
But it also puts you at a place where you can make eye contact with other people and you're at more similar level. People in Cambodia tend to eat sitting on the floor, so a child can
sit
eat
also
and sit with their family and join in family activities more.
Yeah.
So to us, that's a nice example of what can X amount of money do. That's what that does. That will affect a child's life every day for hours every day and last for months or years.
That makes sense.
So yeah, and then other supplies. We also have different shaped cushions, round ones and wedge shaped ones. We get those made locally. So wherever we can, we're obviously trying to access things that we can get here in Cambodia so that they can be fixed or repaired or replaced without having to worry about where it's coming from.
All right. Thank you.